Hey, what's up, man? Hello. Can you hear me? Hope you can hear me. It's going alright. I helped my neighbor today, came back tired. Be a short gacha day today, because, it's end of the season. I already finished up the battle pass. Just gotta do, spirit capture. Finish that up. Jeez, I get 400 of those, that's pretty nuts. Battle passes. Alright, so what do I gotta do today? I haven't been on this in a while. Actually, do they have a pack in here for like 5 pulls? I might splurge on that. What do they got here? It's 5. Well, let me see when the banner expires. I do need another copy of her. 4 days? It can wait. I'm not spending a lot of cash on games right now. Between paychecks here. Gotta keep it under control. No lavish spending. I'm getting SoulQuest tomorrow. I don't know if I'll be up like right away when it drops, but I will be playing that. I did not get a review key, so I pay for it my own money. I need to know when the next direct is. When's the next direct? That gaming schedule is incredibly barren until, like, the fall. There's, like, nothing I'm excited for right now. Mostly just updates for existing stuff. There's, like, no new games I'm interested in buying. Nice parry. Phantom Blade's not till September. I'm not interested in any of the new gachas because they're all open world. Kills my hype for those games. I have no interest. Need some meaty single player games. Let's see here. Oh, I can get 40 from that. Yeah, let's go ahead and finish this up then. The Kingdom Hearts 3 port is pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good. It is it's the best way to play the game even without the mods, especially because the what's it called? The Switch version is a cloud version. It doesn't like it doesn't play natively on the hardware, so you buy the Steam Deck one, the Steam version, you get it on Steam Deck, and then you also get the mods. And the Steam Deck runs it pretty well. There's probably certain parts of the game where it lags, but most of the part where you beat. actually doing sweaty combat. It runs really well. There isn't really any reason to play that game on console if you have access to a PC of some sort. Port is quite good. There are some graphics options that are like really heavy on that game for some reason, but if you tweak it a little bit, like it basically never dropped frames for me when I played it. What mod are you running? Because there's a crap ton of mods for that game. It's got more mods than the action games I play. There's a full-on combat like overhaul, full game overhaul coming out. I think it's next month. It's sometime in May. I don't know when it is. The Light and Darkness 2.0 is coming out. So there's that, and then there's Project 14. There's the Riku one. There's all the general game ones, like one that adds like the better animation canceling and stuff. There's a couple movesets. There's a wealth of mods for that game. Kind of like Sparking Zero, where making a Kingdom Hearts game in like a generic engine that people know how to mod was like one of the best things that happened. The mods for KH2 are cool, and people just generally like that game better, but it's like so much harder to make mods for it because it's not a generic engine. Colosseum, yeah, I haven't tried that yet. I should give that a shot. That's like a bloody palace, isn't it? I have to give that a shot sometime. Maybe soonish, because I'm not really buying any big $60 games right now. It's not even money. It's just there's nothing interesting right now. The fall is going to be extremely packed, but right now there's nothing I really super interested in playing. I mean, Phantom Blade Zero is the big one, and then like also at the same time, the Neo 3 DLC is going to drop, so that's obviously a big thing I'll be doing. Alright, I think I can squeeze out a 10 pull here. I don't know how to get the park stamps, I don't mess with this. Let me see here. I think I can squeeze out 10 pulls without spending money. Maybe. Yeah, that's really cool. I'll have to check that out at some point. I don't know if it's gonna be like anytime soon, but the mods for that game are absolutely insane. The stuff that people have done with that game is nuts. In a good way. I'm not saying they're nuts for doing it. I'm saying it's cool that they're doing it. I guess I can try to get another 800 grind bits, because what am I at right now? I'm at 51 of 90. Yeah, I can get another copy of her. Let's see here. To finish up these side stories, maybe. Alright, this might take a little longer than I thought. I need to do... Let's see here. I need to do 16 of these. 16 of these to get another 10 pull. And then there's gonna be like 4 free pulls tomorrow because of a new month, so... Yeah, I can get like 20. I don't know, like, how much SoulQuest is going to cost. You want to do me a favor and help me for free? Can you look up how much SoulQuest is going to cost? Because I have a gift card, but I don't know how much they're charging for it. That's why I'm not really wanting to I'm not wanting to cash on this right now, even though I was only going to spend like $5. I don't know how much they're charging for this, for SoulQuest. Need to know how much it costs. Kingdom Hearts 3 just has a lot more gimmicky crap in the base game. In Kingdom Hearts 2, it's mostly disconnected. You know, it's got Atlantica and the carpet ride, and you know, the giant bosses are pretty crappy, but Kingdom Hearts 3, kind of replaying it can be a drag sometimes, because some of those fights and mini-games are extremely gimmicky and they force them on you. But I like the combat in 3 more than base 2, as somebody who only plays those games casually, and I'm not like super into that series compared to other stuff I play on here. I like the combat of base 3 a lot better, but then, to be fair, I didn't play the game until the PC version after all the updates, which is like a completely different game. They changed a lot of things when the DLC came out. They made like base Sora play a lot better. So I don't know what my opinion would be if I had played it at launch, but I kind of just decided to wait for the PC port, which was a good choice. The PC port is extremely good, and you know, even if you don't mess around with mods, it's better than all the console versions. Switch version is stupid because it's all the Kingdom Hearts games on Switch are cloud versions. I won't be surprised if they try to sell people those same games again for like the 6th time, but like native Switch 2 ports. That surprised me at all. Nobody bought those cloud versions. It didn't help that like a lot of the Kingdom Hearts content creators did a hit piece on how bad they are. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It's a good thing that they did that, but from what I hear, the input lag is terrible, so doing anything remotely technical on that port was basically not possible. And then even then, if you're just playing those games casually like I do, and I'm not super into the technical stuff, apparently it was pretty dreadful. So I would not be surprised if they do that. Sell people the same games again. But like an actual native port, like what people wanted. It's interesting because the Switch should have been able to handle those games at like at least 30 FPS. It shouldn't have been an issue. Switch 2 could run all those games at 60, so I'm sure when they've got a slow fiscal year, they'll crap that out. Whenever they don't have any major earnings projects coming out, they'll probably drop that and get people to buy it again for the 6th time. I'm lucky, I only bought those games twice. I didn't even have those games on PS2, I rented them. I never actually owned them. But I bought it on Epic. I bought Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, and 3 on Epic. And then they put them on Steam. And the problem with the Epic version was that getting those to work on Steam Deck was a nightmare. We're talking like command line prompts and stuff. It wasn't plug and play. So like the Steam version, I was okay with buying it again. Because they actually put some effort into it to make sure that you could just load the game and play it. You know, it's verified and everything. But yeah, they're gonna do that again to Switch fans. I know for a fact they will. No chance they won't. Nobody bought those cloud versions. I think most people are smart enough to not buy cloud versions of games that need, like, manual dexterity and have, like, reflex-based stuff. There's some things it's fine for. You know, you want to play, like, Until Dawn or something on cloud, like, there's nothing wrong with that. That's not, like, really an action game, but yeah, the Kingdom Hearts cloud ports were one of those things you just question what they're thinking. I don't know of a single person that bought them. The Kingdom Hearts creators I watched bought it just because they wanted to do a hit piece on it, which is good. I think that's a good service to provide. Make sure people don't get fleeced. Cloud gaming's got a long way to go before action games will be viable on them. Pretty much just like best games to run on cloud technology are basically ones that people won't want to play, you know? You can run like Balatro on there just fine, but that's not what people think of when they think of cloud gaming. They think of, you know, I want to play the latest AAA game, but, you know, I don't have the hardware for it. No one's going to be doing that for like a card game or a visual novel. I would not be surprised if there's a Kingdom Hearts Switch 2 collection within, like, this year. Project Equinox, is that like a full moveset mod? I've heard of it, but I haven't actually seen it. Fortunately, a lot of the sub-stories I have on this are characters I don't enjoy playing. I like playing as her. The Just Dodge system is really cool. But she basically has she gets rewarded for just dodging, which I'm definitely a big sucker for. I need like 550 more. So let's grab that, do a 10 pull, inevitably get nothing, and then switch to PGR, and then I'm probably gonna play Diablo or something else. I haven't decided yet. Got some more crystals from here. Alright, there. Now I need like 400. Right, what is the best way to get 400? Actually, do these still have, there's probably 400 in here pretty easily. Yeah, I didn't touch any of these modes. You still get the crystals from these. Oh, you do. That's this game is based. All the old events are here. They don't toss them out. That's actually really cool. What a based game right here. You can get past the gooning stuff, which admittedly is kind of difficult. This game is awesome. Underrated. Let's see if I can stand these mini games. Probably not. I only need like 400. I need like 2 more pulls, basically. Let me see. What is the price of SoulQuest? Oh, it's like 20 bucks. Alright, well. I could cash on this if I wanted to, but I'm not going to right now. I can get 400 by myself. Steam Deck verified as well. That's pretty cool. One of those games that actually deserves to be verified. so many Steam Deck games being verified is such a rug pull. I have so many verified deck games that run like shit. Or like the font doesn't even work properly. Pretty sure SoulQuest will actually earn it though. It's a pixel art indie game, so I'd sure as hell hope so. I'm not sure if this is very efficient. This is taking forever. Fully see why I did not do this before. I only need to do like 8 more missions in the side stories. Maybe I'll just do that. Some of them don't have gameplay too. I can speed it up. Yeah, fuck this. Screw this. This is not very efficient. I want to actually play other games tonight, so yeah, I'll pass. Takes way too long and it's not fun. Yeah, I would have to do like so much of this. Yeah, I don't want to do that. Alright, let's get the crystals elsewhere. There might be some in here. Might be 400 in here somewhere. Skip all the cutscenes. A lot of yapping. Does the Kingdom Hearts 3 Coliseum mod have, like, unique loot? That'd be pretty cool if it did. course, fishing. The go-to, generic minigame. They put that in Diablo 4. It's like, why? Anybody really asking for that? When you want to put a minigame in your big game, but, you don't want to have any kind of originality. You just crap out a fishing minigame. Is there going to be actual gameplay? I'll check it out. I gotta start playing that game again soon anyway, because I've decided to like make shorts on things I play that aren't clickbaity. I think a lot of people don't know how crazy that game is with mods, so I'll probably check it out. Next couple months are pretty barren on new releases for me. It's not like anything I'm super interested in right now. I'm sure the next Direct will have something. They'll probably shadow drop or put out in the summer to kind of flesh out my schedule. Right now, I've just been playing like old stuffs. Mods. A lot of mods lately. Absalom and Dreadstorm Virgil. I haven't really been playing a lot of new games lately. I mean, the rumor is that we're going to get a DMC5 Switch 2 version that might have new stuff, so if they shadow drop that, I would buy it. I know that it could run well. The Steam Deck version is like perfect, basically. As long as you don't like up the graphics too much. You can play the base game at 60 locked. So I would assume that they can. I would assume that they can get to that level at least. Yeah, this shit takes way too long. I don't enjoy it. I'll save those for some desperation where I'm like gonna miss a character and I don't have IRL money to swipe. I get paid tomorrow, so Patreon funds come in tomorrow, so I'm not like super fiending for it. Anybody in here I actually like to play? Because some of these characters I can't stand. They're like not fun to play. Looks like I've kind of harvested most of everything out of here. All the characters I enjoy playing, this little lolly, complete trash to play as. Was also a lolly, so that's like minus 500 points for the kind of stuff I enjoy. Such a trash character design. Oh, I can just use who I want. Perfect. Alright, well I can get like probably 200 from here. Perfect. I'll run with them. Easy 50 right there. I need to do 6 more of these. 6 more of these after this, or 5 more after this one, and I can get a 10 pull. Oh, there wasn't much left in there, but that was still like 100. Oh, good. It's just gonna let me keep playing as not old characters. Power creep in this game is actually like very minimal. You can compete with like standard characters and old characters, but the thing about this game is it has fun power creep. It doesn't have a lot of stat power creep. It's mostly the old characters' movesets are pretty bad, honestly. Like, this game's kind of strange. The power creep in this game is mostly they got a lot better at making movesets than they were when they started. The old character movesets are very boring and too much downtime. As fast-paced as the game is, you know, you get stuck. You get stuck waiting for cooldowns, and the new characters have a lot of ways to, like, attack pretty much any time there's an opening. So some of these side stories are pretty painful because they're like old like Season 1 characters. Now, you should be like 3 more after this, I think. Maybe they're self-aware. The new characters are a lot more fun. Once they, like, stop doing male characters, like, pretty much every moveset that they've added has been really good. Like, very high quality. Now we're gonna make me play as, her. Oh, it actually wants me to fight them. Okay, I was confused. They know the script. They're gonna give you a crap, like, gimmick moveset. They're gonna force you to use it instead of just what most people would do and just run past them. They know their player base too well, even outside of the Gunnar lens. We're gonna make you play as this crap moveset. No, I was having fun using actual characters, not this lolly with one attack string. Oh man, this is dreadful. It's one of those things, it's like, make that a cutscene. Alright, we're back to real characters. You're gonna make me play a lolly, at least make it like the Onoroi, who has like an actual moveset. Not like one S-string. That's bunk.
手な式だったぞ。本官の目に狂いはなかったようだ。
Yeah, I've harvested most of these, saving them for dire moments. This character is terrible to play as. They're gonna force it on me, aren't they? It's whack. Why do some of them let you play as who you want? This game's got the epitome of moveset creep. Some of these early characters are just painful to play. They had, like, the graphics and the music and the art style, but then, like, just trash movesets. This chick is dreadful to play as. Active torture. Very slow and clunky. You know, this is a year one character right here. Year one character right here in a nutshell. It's like they completely replaced their combat team on this or something. I would not have kept playing this game if the character moveset stayed like that. Really bad. Alright, got 10 pulls. 10 pulls. Oh, perfect. Alright, new fire team is done. Nice. That was worth the torment. Give me a double. No double. Nice. The next character's free, so it's good to go all in, I guess. Yeah, she's really fun to play. Not a complete Gooner trash design either. It actually looks pretty cool. that's as far as it goes, though. Alright, let's move on. Mission accomplished. I wouldn't have been too mad if it was off rate, because off rate characters in that game are actually like meta characters. They aren't shit characters like most gachas now. Alright, I haven't been playing this much because I need to finish up the memories, and I won't have the mats to do it until I can buy the battle pass, which is gonna have to wait until Saturday or Sunday. So I haven't been on this much. That's one of the other reasons I haven't been streaming. Yeah, I need to get Han Ying's Leap, and then I need to finish up Kamui before I can, like, really compete. But I'm hard locked by mats right now. Let's just do a couple style play runs, and we're gonna move on to some real games, because I don't have anything else going on right now. Play some real stuff after this. Let's mess around a little bit with the boys. Especially because SoulQuest is in the morning, and I'm gonna make an attempt to be up for it, but I don't make any promises. If it was on Switch day one, I probably could have gotten it from the Japanese eShop, but
have you
it's not on there.
Which one of you will die first? Now you die. Kanjiro! Taiyo no Fuen wo! Have you decided which one of you will die first? Kanjiro! Taiyo no Fuen wo! Go to hell! It's over. You shall die. Go to hell! It's over. This is our my turn now. Go back to heaven. Finish. Kanjiro! Taiyo no Fuen wo! Let me show you what I've got. Take this! Go back to hell! これは俺が守りたい全て絶対に俺たちが勝利をつかむ Have you decided which one of you will die first? Go to hell! turn now. You shall die. Go to hell. My turn now. Go back to hell. Finish. Jackpot. What you lack is this. Huh. Thought you'd like it.
Taking a while to load. Hello, can you load, please? It's just like sitting here at running. Where is it? What's going on? Alright, can you, like, load at some point? Unsaved game data. Yeah, I can't even get into the game. Let's try that again. Alright, well, they gave me a review key for this game and it won't load. What the heck is going on? I can't even get to gameplay. Alright. I got given a review key for this game's DLC and it won't load. It says it's running, but it doesn't actually get to, like, any kind of playable state. Like, I don't know what the hell's up with that. Alright, well, I guess I'm not doing that tonight. What? Okay. Alright, well, I'm gonna have to tell them the game's not loading. Luckily, it was only like a $9 DLC, so I don't think they're gonna be too mad if I can't play it. I mean, I'm trying to show the game right now, but it won't load. It's just completely not even a black screen, just not loading at all. Well, I am not looking to crash out over tech support stuff tonight, so I'll figure that out on my own time. Alright, let's try to get this Diablo build going. Somewhat more functional than what I was just trying to play that I got the key for. Can't really cover the game if it's gonna just freeze like that.
Fate must have plans for you. Like the eyes of Lycander herself.
this crap. Can't, like, salvage it? This game just needs infinite inventory space. I'm getting so tired of having to stash stuff. Like, I just want it to be like Neo. Just give me like 800 spaces. Shit's getting so old, man. Just get rid of it. Got a good track playing during this thrilling inventory management. Everlasting fight playing, hell yeah. Alright, well, that should help a little bit for now. Maybe I can actually do this now, not be completely gimped. Or maybe my build is bricked. I ain't too worried about it either way. I'm not following a guide or anything, so it's not going to be flawless. Let me try, like, just fighting regularly and see if something can actually happen here. Game needs loadouts. I'm bricked. Alright, somehow I'm doing no damage. I don't understand how. I can't even kill this guy. And now it's gonna be too much to... too many resources to, like, change the build. Maybe I'll just play something else. I can't even kill this elite. It's taking like a minute. I don't know how to fix this. That's kind of why I like just following the guides. I like optimized it the best I could, but the guy doesn't do any damage. Even with the shadow clone, the Bunshins up didn't do anything. Well, I wanted to keep playing this, but it made it too hard to, like, change your build. Now I'm gonna have to beg somebody for help. Alright, well, I don't want to be frustrated tonight. Let's just do something else. I've been enjoying that expansion, but I guess there's probably something wrong with my build. I'll ask them in the Discord later. I'm not wanting to be pissed off tonight. I had a pretty bad anxiety and stress symptom relapse lately, so I don't need to be mauling over stupid stuff like that. I'm not even a Diablo content creator. I'm like super casual in those games compared to other stuff I play on here. It's not worth the stress. Maybe I can just make an alt and run with that character or something. Let's change this up a little bit here.
If only I could be invisible. Danger now.
All the unfun enemies are in here. The ones I can't stand fighting. The big night guys and the worms. And the, like, Eldritch horror guys, the cosmic horrors that do the whole, like, mole thing and bury underground. They're, like, my least favorite enemies. Come on.
I am the danger now.
Hello, how you doing? Here for this disaster of a stream. I started off playing Aethergazer and did a bunch of boring side quests to get a second copy of Ekchwa, which luckily was successful. I went on PGR. PGR was kind of bunk because I need to buy the battle pass to like finish up the characters, and I can't do that until I get paid. And then I went on Diablo 4 thinking I could chill on that, but I tried to pivot my build, and I'm not like knowledgeable enough in that game to know how to pivot it. I couldn't kill anything, so I'm just playing random stuff right now. If you're expecting any kind of focused content, that's already out the window. That's already out the window. No, those weren't terms related to those games, to this game, as other games I was playing on the stream, and I stopped playing them for the night because I was getting tilted. And I've been under a metric ass ton of stress lately, so I'm not wanting to I'm not wanting to mold and get mad at video games today, so I'm just playing random stuff now. That's all you need to know. The terms don't matter. I don't, like, sit here and mold at games until I get more and more frustrated like I used to in the past. If I'm feeling chrono triggered by something, you know, I'm just gonna like Alt F4 and come back when I'm in a better headspace or something like that. instead of molding. I'm not really a good molding content creator. Some people are really good at crashing out and getting triggered and stuff, so people like it, but, you know, I have very, blatant mental illnesses, so crashing out like that is not healthy for me. Some people can make it their whole gimmick, but I can't, so, yeah, I just wasn't feeling like getting pissed off today. I gotta keep my stress levels low. Just play random stuff. There's no, like, new games coming out that I'm interested in right now. SoulQuest and the Awakener Battle Tendency I'm interested in, but those are... SoulQuest is in the morning, and then Awakener is, I think, on Monday? I think it's on Monday? So some new games to play, but, like, not big budget stuff that people want to watch. This channel's been heavily carried by indie games lately. There aren't really any big budget games I'm looking forward to until the end of the year, basically. Last quarter of the year. It's gonna be more stuff like this, like smaller games, not like big quadruple A Unreal Engine 5 stuff. I have no interest in those right now. God Hand is a very powered game. Needs a decomp or a full-on official remaster. It's just hard for me to play that game now because of the 30 FPS. The eyes get very mad at me if I play 30 FPS games and cry out for help, so hard for me to play that right now. There is that 60 FPS patch, but it's like partially vibe coded. I think the guy that made it was trying to just get street cred. I don't think he actually plays the game because the physics are all messed up. That's the problem with that game, is the game logic and the physics are tied to the frame rate. So if you try to put it at 60 and you don't like fix all that stuff, the game isn't playable. I tried it because I was curious, and somebody else called out the guy about like how it doesn't really, you can't play the game as intended with it on, but you know, if it was easy to decouple the game logic from the frame rate, somebody would have done it like 10 years ago. So I mean, it is the 20th anniversary this year, but realistically, a decomp would happen more than an official remaster. PS2 recomps are starting to happen, like, way more often now. There's been more tools to make recomps. And there's still, like, a significant number of really good PS2 games that, you know, don't have, like, official remasters. So, I mean, they might do something for the 20th anniversary, but then that game's got, like, very crude humor that I feel like one of the reasons they don't bring it back is because people can't look at things from the time period it came out in. They, you know, compare everything to modern standards and, you know, what we can deem to be offensive. It's not like that game is even that bad, you know, like, but I do feel that that's part of the reason. I think it's a bit of that, and then the fact that game logic is tied to the frame rate in such like a big way that making that game run above 30 FPS is more effort than they want to put in. But I think it's both that and then also the crude humor in the game. They don't want to get you know, canceled for putting it out because people can't look at, like, you know, this game came out 20 years ago. 20 years isn't that long, but for video games it is. People have been doing that a lot lately. Like, they look at, like, old media and, like, this wouldn't fly in 2026, so it's like, well, it wasn't made in 2026. It's not that deep, bro. Some things are a product of their time. You can still enjoy them. You don't have to agree with how people or things are portrayed, but like, don't just write it off. It's like, well, it came out decades ago. People have been doing that a lot with Family Matters. Steve would have a restraining order. I'm like, he would have had a restraining order back when the show was airing. I don't really see how that has a basis in anything. And then, like, also, it's not supposed to be taken seriously. I mean, AAA gaming is fucked at this point. The amount of money they spend making those games is out of control. And if it wasn't for games like this, there'd be, like, literally nothing coming out. That's no one's fault but their own. They've let their budgets for these games get out of control. This game is Absalom. Thank you. God Hand Remaster would be legendary, but I think the humor in the game is less of a problem for them bringing it back than finding somebody that can fix the physics. I don't think they got anybody as powered as the team that fixed the Kingdom Hearts games. And even that was not perfect. I mean, it took them like multiple patches to make it accurate to the PS2 version. No, I think that's mostly what it is. I don't know if they really care. I mean, like, there's plenty of games that have, I know the Yakuza remasters, the way that they handled it was they put something at the beginning that, like, I don't remember what the wording was, but it was basically like, you know, the game is a representation of the area it was made in, and you can't, like, compare it to, you know, modern standards and stuff. They could probably get away with that, but at the end of the day, who's gonna untie the game logic from the frame rate? Many have tried. Nobody has pulled it off. There are numerous 60 FPS mods for that game, and all of them are trash because the logic, the physics don't work. So most of the game mechanics aren't working properly. I mean, it is the 20th anniversary. Maybe if they already blew their load on Capcom games for the year, maybe they'll crap one out. I would be willing to bet, though, like, if they did, it would 100% be, like, the Kingdom Hearts PS4 ports, where there are, like, so many issues. A lot of things didn't work as intended, because they doubled the frame rate. And, like, I don't know if Capcom gives enough of a shit to fix them. So, it could very well end up,
Shiny. Those caves are
very well
glittering
end
with
up where,
treasures.
like, the
So
PS2
much
version
it's
would
not
still
even
be
fun.
best for, like, high-level gameplay, because all the, like, mechanics would work as intended. Their ports have been pretty good, but none of them have been as much of an undertaking as bringing that game back would be. Game's gotten a lot more popular in recent years with emulation and stuff, so you think, like, if it was easy to fix the physics and, like, double the frame rate, then somebody would have done it by now.
turn strangely with this ritual. Unleash the storm!
I have everything you need right here. For the cause.
Are you... danger now. could use this to replace my heart.
It's always a pleasure to see your listening.
What's up, Alby? Missed about an hour of waifu slop. You missed Aether Gazer. I did some grinding for the new character to get a second copy, and I was successful. And I tried playing Diablo, and my build is all jacked up, and I'm not ARPG brained enough to fix it myself, so I'm just playing random stuff tonight. Scrimblo Bimblo portion was Aether Gazer. Luckily, that 10th pull, I did get a second copy of that character, so that was worth the grind.
Unleash the storm.
Lera?
Hope your fans won't hold a grudge. So shiny, my precious.
I have everything you need right here. For the cause.
How you been, Alvi? What's going on with gaming for you? It's been very, dry period for gaming for me this month. This next coming week of May, there's 2 games I'm going to be playing, but then, like, past that, there is nothing I'm interested in. It's just early access games getting updated. That's like it. Not a lot of games adjacent to my usual gaming habits right now. Phantom Blade Zero waiting room. That's like the biggest thing I'll be playing, and then like September's gonna be stacked because it's gonna be both that and then the first batch of Neo 3 DLC. So that's gonna be a very busy month. But man, getting into spring and summer and just anything I want to play right now. Complete dry period. Which STGs? Talking like Battle Greg or like Cave Games, Ketsui, Death Label or something? I can't play any of those because I don't really have my PS4 is so old and worn out. I want to play those, but
Let the wind chase us. I shall not flee.
they don't port them to PC or at least Switch.
Fun around here.
I'd be more inclined to buy them on Switch because of, you know, Tate mode and everything. Most exciting thing I've got going right now is, my D-pad Joy-Cons are going to be shipping. They should have shipped today, hopefully. I'm quite excited for that. Switch 2 is such a big upgrade, but having no D-pad really sucks, especially because all the like 2D games and the small games and stuff, you just get 1080p handheld, so it's quite a bit better than Steam Deck. But D-pad is swamp ass. Yeah, they never released Futari, did they? It's only the first one. Side-Eye Ojo, yeah. That's a good game right there. Last, like, shmup thing I bought was... I bought, Soul Cresta. I bought Daifukatsu, or Saidaiyojo. I bought that on Switch. Well, there was news that came out that Cave got like 500 grand to do console development. Maybe that waifu shmup they have on mobile is not doing well or something. You'd think that it would, but I guess not. That's why that Daifukatsu port with new stuff is happening. So, I guess they have the money to port it themselves. It's just like, I question how good the ports can be, because those games are a complete mess preservation-wise because of the slowdown being intentional and unintentional. That's why they like never put those games on PC, because they know that shit's gonna break. That's why there's like other shmups from like the late arcade era that got like ported over to PC just fine, but then like Cave stuff is such a disaster, no one wants to touch it. That's actually the official reason why they don't port those games to PC. That's what happens when, you know, the lag is intentional and unintentional. That makes it like hell to re-release the game, because you could have a PC that could run it too fast, and then like, you know, the lag is gone, but the lag is intentional, right? So just a complete mess. I'd argue modern shmups are better than Cave shmups in some way, because they're not weirdly designed like that, where like the hardware is struggling to run the game, but then they also have like intentional lag that's there to give you more of a fighting chance, which is cool on paper. It's cool on paper, but like even entertaining the idea of bringing it back is just way more effort than most want to put in. Battle Garega I don't really understand, because that game's not designed around intentional lag, is it? It's really only the Cave games that ran on that hardware that are designed like that. So I don't know what the excuse is for Battle Garega. I feel like that should have been on, like, bare minimum, like, Switch by now. I don't want to download a ROM, I want to support them making cool stuff like that, but man, they make it real hard. Yeah, modern shmups are designed around, like, a consistent frame rate. There's no, like, intentional lag, which is why, like, they can bring those games back, like, 20 years from now just fine. And then doing that with a Cave shmup is a nightmare and a half. So, I guess they have money to, like, natively port now themselves. But who knows if they could actually do it. They've still got a good amount of their back catalog. I mean, like, Futari, like you said, is, Muchi Muchi Pork as well, Guwange, can't think of any more right now. The original Escaluda as well. I mean, actually, Escaluda is delisted. They delisted it on the eShop, like, a while back, so I would hope that that would be one that they would bring back too.
Like to be alone with my
Ibarra and Pink Sweets, yeah. Blue Revolver comes to mind? Yeah, exactly, that's what I'm talking about. Those are designed to run at 60 FPS no matter what. Like, the game is designed like that, and obviously, like, it's a shmup, so it's not really hard to run. It doesn't have all those inaccuracy problems. Cyvariar 3 I'm gonna grab as well. Cyvariar is one of my favorite shmup series. I'll definitely grab that. I used to play that back in the PS2 era. I don't think any of the original staff has anything to do with it, but I don't know, that doesn't really mean anything at this point. There's a lot of indie shmups that are like on par with cave games. You know, Crimson Clover was infamously made by Yotsubane, and he was like a legendary cave player. So, and that game is also better preservation-wise because it's designed around Lock 60. No weird, like, half-intentional, half-unintentional lag. Crimson Clover's like the gold standard. That Blue Revolver is pretty good. I haven't played it that much. Cyberriar Delta is pretty solid. Grace Counter I really enjoy as well, but that's just because I like Cyberriar. I think Grace Counter GM is really good. I haven't played Revolve Gear Zero from the same team. That game just didn't look as interesting to me as Grace Counter. Grace Counter was really fun. Those are probably the best. Stella Vanity as well, but like that's a Scrimblo Bimblo game because that game is not on Steam. That game is really awesome too. I gotta play that more on babysitting streams. Castle of Shikigami, yeah, I didn't play those that much. I might have played that like once. Well, Livewire, I don't know why those games got delisted, but all their ports got delisted. So Mushihime-sama, I think Akai Katana, don't quote me on that. That's still on Steam, but I think the Switch port is dead. Daifukatsu is still up as well, but all the older ones. Escaluda 2 being the biggest loss, because the only other port of that is 360. I don't even know if you can buy that game digitally anymore. It might have gotten delisted. I don't know if is that still up? Because I had a physical copy of that. I imported that from Japan back when it came out, because I played it at Fanime. If the license expired, it might be because they're trying to port them themselves and expand the amount of platforms that they're on, but like I said, those games have the worst opportunities for being preserved because of the way that they were designed. The R-Type Delta port was just kind of the same thing, actually. That game also had intentional lag, that like it was supposed to be there to help you dodge, but then you port the game and, you know, even the average phone is like 50 times more powerful than a PS1. So all the lag is gone, but, you know, some of the lag is supposed to be there, so it's like, if you remove it, people that have played the game before and can, like, once you see it or no miss it will complain. But if you leave it there, people that are buying it just because it's a decent quality game, they're not gonna like it either. Did they, like, actually fix that game or not? I never really played that game because I didn't have a PlayStation. But I heard that port had cave problems. They got rid of all the lag and it made the game harder. mean, if the license expired and they just got money to port themselves because maybe the gacha game is on its way out, then maybe that's why. I mean, it's a net positive if they can actually port the games properly with their fucked game design, where, you know, some of the lag is intentional and some isn't. And they can put it on... They can put it on more than just Switch. I mean, that would be a net positive for everybody, but I feel like if they could do that, they would have ages ago. But unsurprisingly, porting teams don't want to touch games like that because they're such a nightmare to get right compared to just, like, bringing back, like, a ROM or something. Bringing back, like, Mario 64 for the 80th time is way less work than, like, porting a cave shmup or, like, God Hand or Kingdom Hearts, where there's all the game logic tied to frame rate and stuff. That's probably why, you know, Super Mario 3D All-Stars is a shit version of the game. Because the decomps are better at this point. The Mario 64 decomp has, like, legit ray tracing and shit now. There's mods for it, there's co-op, uncapped frame rate, and the one that they're selling on Switch for, like, $60 is just a ROM, basically. It doesn't have any of those enhancements. Yeah, that was Absalom, but, heavily modded. I'm running, like, 3 major mods on that game, so don't expect it to play like that if you buy it. It's not going to play like that at all. Just a heads up, that is heavily modified gameplay. That is not the normal gameplay. I have, like, 3 mods installed on that game, so if you buy it, and you want to play like that, then you can go watch my video on how it works. I play on PC and Steam Deck. I play on Steam Deck when I'm not at home. When I'm at my part-time job, I'll play on Steam Deck, but when I'm home, I'm pretty much always playing on PC. But I haven't been doing a lot of those streams lately on the Steam Deck because it's partially broken, and they want a ludicrous amount of money to fix it, and I've been trying to hold out until the Deck 2 comes out, but now they're saying it's not going to be until 2 years from now, so I might bend over and open my wallet to fix it. But yeah, I started doing those kitty-sitting streams on Steam Deck about 4 years ago. Before that, I was doing them on the phone for a while. The Steam Deck is an upgrade in every way except the D-pad. That D-pad that I was using on those phone streams was way better than the Steam Deck's. It was, like, way better. Unfortunately, Steam Deck D-pad is okay, but for, like, precision platformers and beat-em-ups and action games, a significant chunk of the stuff that I play, it's actually not very good. Yeah, they announced the Steam Machine, like, right before the AI slot boom. So now, they're probably trying to lock in a price that's not going to scare people away, like what's happening with the PS5 right now. PS5 went up, like, 30%. And like the hardware is already kind of old at this point. It's like 6-year-old hardware. And they want like $1,000 for a PS5 Pro, which is not worth it. Mostly because the processor is the same, so any game that's CPU pound or CPU heavy won't run any better. Valve can obviously eat the costs, it's just a matter of how much they want to eat the costs.
And now, let me show you what I've got. My turn now. My turn now. This is ours. Now you stop. Go back to hell. Finish. Jackpot.
Damn! That was a good fight right there. He didn't get a chance to play. Steam controller? I have no interest in that. It's way too expensive. Maybe if I played more games that needed the mouse, that could be something nice, but that seems to be like the only reason to get it. You know, you want to play like an RTS game or something.
Have you decided?
I think
which
having the
one of
touchpads
you
will be
will
pretty
die
nice.
First.
Especially because you could use it on Steam Deck, but I don't know, that's like super niche. RTS games are already kind of niche at this point, ever since like StarCraft died. So the amount of people that want to spend $100 to play like, you know, StarCraft or League or something on that controller is probably like nobody.
My turn now. This is ours. Now you die. You shall die. And now, I'm gonna play with you. Let me show you what I've got. Take this! Have you decided which one of you will die first?
I don't know, $100 for a controller is something that I would do if I had been of the age to buy my own stuff when I was a kid. Because those controllers were built way better than the current ones now. How many PS4 controllers did I go through in that thing's lifespan? I must have went through like a dozen of them. I'm like, dude, I might get frustrated easily. I don't throw my stuff, right? I don't throw it or do any kind of abuse to it. You know, I just play games on it, that's it. And those things fucking broke, like, every year, basically. So, I don't have a lot of faith that they can, make a durable controller that's going to last a long time for that price. Especially with the Steam Deck, like, the problem with mine with the R1 button breaking is like a very common design flaw with it. And like, obviously, that's permanently grafted onto the device. You can't take it off. So, I don't know what I've dealt with that Steam Deck and that being broken and being such a disaster to get anybody to fix it. I'm not going to be spending $100 on a controller from them. Build quality for controllers kind of took a dump after the PS2 era, if you ask me. PS3 controller was like the last one that could take some punishment. Ever since the DualShock 4, you know, it could be like adult-owned and not be somebody that crashes out at games to the point where you throw it or anything and like it still just gives out. It doesn't seem worth the money. I can get like 3 8-bit DOE controllers for that price and Those tend to give out after a year also, but they're also a third of the price, so it's less of a problem.
Have you decided which one of you will die first? Have you decided which one of you will die?
An 8-bit Dope
first?
Pro 2 is like $30 and runs on almost every modern platform right now. The D-pad is also really good, so if you're one of those people that plays weird stuff like platformers and retro games and stuff, it's very good to use. Very hard to top that
Have you
value,
decided
even if the build quality
which
is
one
like
of you will die?
not that much better than most modern controllers, but if it's gonna be like half the price, I don't mind if I have to buy one every year. Starts getting past like $40 and the build quality is that bad. I got a problem with that. People definitely have a lot of nostalgia for old consoles and stuff, but in terms of controllers, 100% they were made better back then. New controllers are embarrassing how bad they are. It's either like the D-pad is bad, or the build quality is terrible,
This is
and like a normal adult that like doesn't throw the controller or whatever, the shit still breaks. That is not acceptable. As far as I'm concerned. You know, if you're throwing and like punching your controller and doing unhinged stuff like that, like that's a different story. But
Go back to him. Finish.
Switch Pro Controller is decent for 3D games, but the D-pad is horrendous. So
What you lack is this.
playing any 2D games on that controller is
You
really
like it?
bad. The D-pad on the Switch 1 Pro Controller is horrible. It is barely usable. You know, if you're just gonna play like Mario or Smash on it, it's fine, but it's basically just the GameCube controller all over again. GameCube controller was fine for like first-party Nintendo games. The problem was playing a traditional fighting game on that, like not a platform fighter like Smash, but like the various 2D fighters on that controller was terrible. The button parity was not there, and then also the D-pad was incredibly stiff, and it felt like it didn't give you the right inputs all the time. You know, but like I said, play Mario or Smash or Metroid Prime on it, it's fine. If you ventured off the beaten path to like third-party games, that controller was horrible. Switch Pro Controller is very much the same way. You can play like most games on it, but then like considering how much of the gaming libraries right now is like small 2D games, the D-pad being shit is a really big deal, if you ask me. We're not in the era where like, you know, a console will have like maybe a couple hundred games in its lifespan. Now there's like that many games coming out in like a month. So I don't know how the Switch 2 Pro Controller is. I haven't bought one yet, but I would hope that the D-pad is better. Playing a fighting game on the GameCube or Switch Pro Controller was terrible. It's like, all right, you can't make a good D-pad anymore. They've been making good D-pads for decades, and then they just like somehow forgot. Like, what happened? They literally invented the D-pad, but then like the past 2 generations of their consoles have had shit D-pads. You really got to get a third-party controller to play any like 2D games on it, basically. Well, I think the buttons on the Joy-Cons was because they wanted it to be used for like non-traditional stuffs that you couldn't do with the D-pad. But like I said, I mean, When one of your biggest games is Hollow Knight Silksong, and it feels like shit to play on there, despite being like better than the Steam Deck because you get 120 FPS, right? But the D-pad's terrible. That's precision platformer. Like, it's expecting a lot out of you to clear all the content and everything. So having those shitty Joy-Con buttons is it's pretty bad. That's why I went and ordered a D-pad Joy-Con. It was supposed to ship today, but I haven't heard anything yet. It was like, Switch 2 runs the indie games like so much better than the Switch 1, but I just can't stand that Joy-Con. I remember playing, I remember playing, like, fighting games on the GameCube controller and how dreadful it was. Just completely terrible. The games have I been enjoying on the Switch 2 lately? Hold on, I'll be in a game in a second. I'm looking at the shipping. I can't show my address, obviously. Maybe it'll ship tomorrow. Games am I enjoying on the Switch 2 lately? A lot of my old stuff, the Muso games, run a lot better. Various indie games. I only have a couple Switch 2 games, and most of them are like indies. But, Switch 2 is awesome. It'll just be better when it has a real D-pad. I mean, I mostly bought the Switch 2 for exclusives, but then that kind of changed when my Steam Deck has been having a lot of problems lately. So I started buying games on there again with my own money, not like donations and stuff. I mean, I did take the donation for the Muso games, and I still need to make that video, but yeah, just with all money from like gifts and my part-time job and stuff. It's a good console, but I feel like the library is kind of weak right now. There aren't really a lot of games I want. Ironically, like most of the first-party games don't interest me. Most of them are just not my style of game. I'm not really interested in playing them.
City Connection. Rushing Beat X. Select the character you wish to use.
Norton. Stage 1, RN Jim. Bad Brawl Brothers.
My fight isn't over yet. Until prepare to face the consequences of your
Problem with the Switch 2 right now is how many of the games run at a lock 30 FPS. My biggest complaint with the Switch 2 is the fact that there's been very few upgrades for both like small and large games. Like Age of Calamity should have had one, Bayonetta as well. Bayonetta 2 and 3 should have had Astral Chain. A big chunk of the games you would want to play on the Switch 2 because they won't run like crap. Best thing is you get, you know, you can get docked performance. But, you know, if they're hard-coded to run at 30, they need a patch. And very few games have gotten patches. Now, I've heard rumors that they're supposed to be drip-feeding patches, but I'd say that'd be the biggest complaint about it. You really gotta look and see if the games that you want to play, the legacy games you want to play, if they ran at uncapped frame rate, or if they were hard-coded to run at like 30, because then you have to wait for a patch, and that may not ever come. There are a lot of games I have on there that like I didn't play that much because they ran so badly, and you know, they hard-coded them at 30, so unless somebody goes in there, they hire somebody to make an upgrade pack for it, you know, it doesn't run that much better. A lot of the videos about it running everything better are kind of clickbait in some ways. I mean, it really depends on what you're playing. There's some stuff, like a lot of the Muso games are like a night and day difference, right? But for other games, like Astral Chain is a good example. That game's got pretty solid combat if you give it a chance, but like the biggest problem is the fact that it's locked at 30, so you put it on the Steam Deck, the resolution is better, but the frame rate is not what you want. I mean, obviously, for a hardcore action game like that, you're obviously looking for 60 minimum. I'd say that'd be the biggest thing I'd say for not wanting to buy one right now. But you kind of have to do your own research, really. There are some people who lucked out. You know, they only play like Zelda and Smash and, you know, games that got upgrade packs. It's a great purchase, but you definitely have to do your own research. I don't know why it's not a priority, because it would essentially make it so they could sell the same games again, but I know that part of the problem was not having enough dev kits, but that seemingly stopped, so I'm gonna hope the second half of this year coming up that they have like more upgrades, because there's way too many high quality games on the Switch 1 that are hard-coded at 30, and they've had a glacial pace for putting out patches. It feels like basically every Nintendo game is going to run at 60 now, from what I can tell. But with other games, it's a real crapshoot if it will even get an upgrade pack. I feel like all the 2D games on Switch would benefit from it getting upgrade packs greatly, or at least patches, because, you know, most of them are just made in Unity, so running a Unity game above 60 FPS is, like, not a problem. The engine handles all that itself, but best you get out of running those games on a Switch 2 is, you know, you can get docked performance in handheld, which looks pretty nice. You can play, like, Hades at, like, a locked 1080-60, not bad. But, you know, you obviously want, like, an actual upgrade, so you can get 120. But yeah, it's kind of a mixed bag. A lot of people have been buying it just because their games run better, but you know, that's really going to depend from person to person if it's enough to spend $500.
Welcome. Kick back. We've got a masterpiece on our hands. We've got a masterpiece on our hands. Hey, take care out there and have a blast.
Select the character you wish to use.
Rick Norton.
I'd say their first-party lineup's been pretty good. It's just, me personally, I'm not interested in those games. You know, I really only got it for third-party stuff. And yeah, anybody who actually has one was going to have the same complaint I just told you. Where, lots of games it should be like piss easy to make a patch, but they don't. So you're not really getting the full upgrade. Steam Deck OLED would be probably still better for playing like 2D indie games and stuff, because they'll just run at 90 FPS by default. But for anything else that's exclusive, it's a real crapshoot. $8-bit dough is goated. Yeah, they've solidified themselves as the best modern controller maker, even better than the official companies. Build quality still needs some work. I tend to go through like one of those controllers a year, but if it's only $30 and I'm getting hundreds of hours out of it, I could justify that more than like a DualSense or a DualShock 4 or a, you know, Deluxe X-Bone controller. Those give out in like a year or two. They pretty much get a pass for the build quality and not lasting very long, because they're affordable. That's like the main thing. Those controllers are $100. They'd be no worse than better than the other ones. Alright, I'm gonna call it a night, because I gotta be up for SoulQuest in like 7 hours. Thanks for watching, everybody. I did just get some guidance for Diablo 4 on Reddit, so maybe I'll work on that off camera and get that ready for some chill streams later. But yeah, I'll be on in the morning. I don't want to promise that I'm going to be on like frame 1, because of the medication that I'm on. It knocks me out. So I won't make any promises, but I will be on at some point in the morning. I did not get a review key, so I gotta buy it like everybody else. But yeah, I'll be doing that probably 9 to 10 hours is a good estimate. It might not be like right at release, but I will be checking that out later. So, you're looking for a new game, and not me just playing the same stuff over and over, you won't have to wait much longer. Literally one sleep away. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching, everybody. Good night.